Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from Ray Merritt. First U.S. bank issued stablecoin on permissionless blockchain goes live. Now, this happened on the Ethereum network. So, Custodia Bank announced on March 25th that it had completed a landmark transaction in partnership with Vantage Bank, describing it as America's first ever tokenization of a bank's US dollar demand deposits on a permissionless blockchain by issuing, transferring, and redeeming Avid stablecoins for a bank customer. This is big because now it shows you that the banks here in the United States are very interested in tokenization. But where does this leave XRP? Think about it like this. JP Morgan has a coin. No other bank wants JP Morgan coin. Bank of America, they want their own coin. So say JP Morgan is sending money to Bank of America. It goes in as JP Morgan coin into XRP and comes out on the other side as Bank of America coin. XRP is going to play a very big role in between these banks. But this shows you that there's actual demand for stable coins and tokenization as well. And we're going to see a lot of banks issue their own stablecoin by the end of 2025. Monis Group is a consulting firm with significant influence in the financial and regulatory sectors. As Ripple stablecoin technology is discussed, Monis Group is expected to support its deployment, contributing to Ripple GBP stablecoin's role in the UK digital asset policy. Remember last year when Ripple launched RLUSD and Brad announced that they had final approval from NYDFS and the Digital Pound Foundation said RLGBP has a nice ring to it? I think that's what's coming. I still expect RLEUR to follow as well. And Ripple is at a London Policy Summit, April 1st, 2025, to drive forward the UK's digital asset framework. I'm expecting a big announcement to come from that as well. David Sachs says, big win for crypto. FDIC Gov is following US OCC's lead in removing reputational risk as a factor in bank supervision. Reputational risk may sound good in theory, but it was defined as the potential that negative publicity regarding an institution's business practices, whether true or not, will cause a decline in the customer base, cost litigation, or revenue reductions. In practice, this vague and subjective criteria was used to justify the debanking of lawful crypto businesses through Operation Choke Point 2.0. Banking criteria should be objective and quantitative, not based on potential for untrue stories. Thank you, Senator Tim Scott, for your leadership on this via the Firm Act. So now they're removing reputational risk from the banking system. This is going to be big for banks to get involved with crypto and digital assets. Finally, we're starting to see things turn around in the United States. This is going to be huge going forward. This comes from Blue Hawk Legend, saying goodbye to business as usual. TD Bank closes more branches in the United States, affecting thousands of people. I've been telling you this entire time. They're going to continue to consolidate the banks. There's really no need for a bank branch anymore. because people are now doing all their banking on their phones. People could take a check, upload it, and it will end up in their bank account. You could do everything from your phone. And this is going to become even easier as we push into the digital age with digital wallets. But the one piece that's missing is the fact that Swift is just outdated and needs a major upgrade. Take a listen to Brad here.
Markets like Japan, I think, are still unlocking. The market opportunity here is massive. You have trillions of dollars flowing cross-border globally. It's still largely dominated by the SWIFT network, if you will. And that's architecture, that's a technology architecture that's developed 50 years ago. There's an opportunity to modernize. That takes time, particularly when you have a government in the U.S. kind of combating that innovation. But that's changing now. The Trump effect, if you will, is profound. You're seeing that in asset prices, but you're also going to see that in the adoption of these technologies.
Yeah, and I think, so when you're looking at the growth story then of Ripple, does it still come from overseas, or are you expecting a change in terms of domestic interest in Ripple?
Well, we're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. The 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States. That's across payments. That's across even the settlement of maybe real estate transactions, securities transactions. So I think we're going to see this play out over a long arc. But then the United States is finally unlocked, and I think people are underestimating how big that change is. And you'll.
I think Swift has maybe 5 years left in it. I think Ripple is already on the way to stealing a lot of business away from Swift. He just said they're signing all kinds of deals here in the United States already. And that's going to continue to happen because people in the United States, they want everything now. They want fast, cheap, and secure now. And everything is leaning in that direction already. So this isn't going to take a decade to happen. It's going to happen so quick, and people are going to be shocked by it. Because anytime they tell you, well, this is going to happen within the next 10 years, you right out of the gate, you could already shed 3 years off of that. Then you watch how things fast track. There goes another 2 years. Then all of a sudden there's talk about a war going on around digitization and AI. Now you shed another 2 years off of that. What are you left with? 3 years out of a 10-year period. And that's why I said, we're going to get rich over the next 12 to 24 months, in my opinion. Soilform, a yield platform, announced a partnership with Ripple via the XRP Ledger launch program, powered by the Dubai International Financial Center. Soilform's intent is to become the first fully compliant yield platform on the XRP Ledger. The partnership includes a grant for their token, Soil, and access to a network of Web3 leaders, VCs, and legal experts. While not a traditional financial institution, this move highlights Ripple's push into DeFi applications, which might not get as much mainstream coverage as bank partnerships, again, leading to passive income. You know, every project that is building out on the XRP Ledger is either around DeFi, remittances, cross-border payments, and that's going to continue to expand over the course of the next year. And again, another big announcement coming from XRP Healthcare. Global announcement. XRP Healthcare to become public company via IPO by Q3 2025, accelerating AI and M&A expansion. We've accelerated our IPO timeline, aiming to become a publicly listed company by Q3 this year, ahead of our original 2027 target. I want to see how that affects the price of XRP Healthcare. I figured they would eventually go public, but it's happening sooner than later. XRP should be above $100 under normal circumstances. This comes from Edo Farina. So he's saying right now the price of XRP does not reflect its true potential. And I totally agree with that. I think right now XRP should already be the number 2 cryptocurrency. If the Rippleverse SEC case never happened, I think right now XRP would be well above $100. Honestly, most of retail would already be priced out of XRP. The good thing is that didn't happen, and we all got a chance to buy XRP very cheap, because that wave of institutional adoption, it's going to be huge, and it's going to be a continued upward movement for such a long period of time. But right now, the price of XRP, it's so undervalued. People don't realize that. I remember when it was 50 cents. Nobody wanted to talk about XRP back then. And I kept saying, this is the time you keep buying it. And people kept saying, it's a dead cryptocurrency. It's never going to break $1 ever again. And it didn't help that everywhere you looked, you seen FUD. And the Bitcoin maxis were pushing that same narrative. It's never going over $1. Sell your XRP. Go all in on Bitcoin. Here we are now above $2. Soon we'll be at a new all-time high. Then we'll be in price discovery. And people along the way will say, well, it hit $10, but it's never going to $20. Then it'll hit $20. Yeah, but it's never going over $50. And then it'll hit $50 and so on. Because XRP right now, I don't even think reflects its current actual price. I mean, based on nothing else, based on no ETFs, nothing, I still think XRP should be a 2-digit asset, somewhere around $10 to $15. Then we start factoring in everything else. And that's why I said there's a lot of recovery that has to happen with XRP. And it has not fully recovered yet. The price pump, even after Donald Trump took office, that was great. But I think we have a long way to go in price recovery. Let's wait and see where we go from here. Young people in the UK are more interested in crypto than stocks. Right now, this is everywhere in the world, in my opinion, because younger people, they're like, we don't want to buy stocks. We don't want to keep our money in a bank account. We don't want to keep our money in a savings account. We want to see the next big thing. And right now, crypto is the next big thing. The bank is never going to make you rich. Crypto can make you rich. It can retire you early. That's what's great about this entire space. You could come in here week over week, just put a little bit of money in, and all of a sudden your portfolio takes off. And now you're quitting your day job and you're putting your crypto to work for you, and you're getting that passive income. There's so many possibilities. But even this younger generation, they're pushing away from the bank altogether. They're using cash apps. You know, most of them, they now have their phone. It's a digital wallet, pay by phone. They don't want to go back in time. That's why the stock market, it was great up to this point. But the next generation, I don't even see them investing in stocks at all. Not when you have something that can give you much higher returns in a shorter period of time. Because everybody wants everything right now. It's the same reason that they still look at crypto as a get-rich-quick scheme. Then they get into crypto and they realize, holy shit, I might actually have to hold this asset for a period of time. But it will pay off in the end. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.